Lesson 13.2 is about the slope of a line. The formula for slope is the vertical change in a line between 2 points over the horizontal change in the line between 2 points. So if we take two ordered pairs, x sub 1, y sub 1, and x sub 2, y sub 2, it's the change in y over the change in x. We call the change in y, the vertical change, the rise, and we call the change in x, the horizontal change, the run. So it's just the difference between our two y coordinates divided by the difference between our two x coordinates. And we just have to make sure that we subtract the x coordinates and the y coordinates in the same order. Okay, so just to review some things you already know from Algebra 1 about slope, a positive slope describes a line that rises from left to right. So think of the direction you read in from left to right. Positive, it goes up from left to right. Whereas a slope that has a negative value goes down, it falls from left to right. Remember that as the slope, the magnitude of the number that slope is, increases. So it's greater than 1, its absolute value is increasing, or it's a negative value, but as its absolute value is greater, the line gets steeper. As the absolute value of the slope gets smaller, it's a fractional amount, the line gets flatter. Remember that a horizontal line has a slope of 0, and that a vertical line has a slope that is undefined. So let's say we wanted to find the slope between the 2 points negative 2, 5 and positive 7, 2. So we can see, if we just make a quick sketch of this, that this is a downhill line that falls from left to right. Therefore, the slope is going to be negative. So using the formula, I would say I could take the change in y coordinates, and let's just go left to right and subtract 5 minus 2 over, and then we would again have to subtract from left to right. So negative 2 minus 7. So we would get 5 minus 2 is 3, and negative 2 minus 7 is negative 9. And this would be a slope of negative 1/3. Again, our right triangles always serve us well, because if we did put together a little right triangle, just like we did with distance formula, between those points, we can see right here that to go from from y value of 5 to 2, that we fall by 3, and to go from an x coordinate of negative 2 to positive 7, that we have to go 9 to the right. So we can see a negative, and we can see the 3 and the 9 right here. So that's how we find the slope between any 2 points, and that is it. Okay, let's just do one little example of how to use slope to solve a problem. I'm given that there's a line with a slope of 3/4 that passes through the point 2, 3, and 10 blank. And what we need to do is find that missing y coordinate of that point. So anyway, using the slope formula, I can plug in what I know. I know the slope is 3/4, and I know that must be, well, let's say that it must be that unknown y coordinate minus 3, so the difference in the y coordinates, divided by the 10 minus 2. So I know that 3 over 4 must be equivalent to y minus 3 over 8. And this is a simple proportion, so I can cross multiply to solve that, and I would get 4 times the quantity y minus 3 is equal to 3 times 8, which is 24. So I can either distribute that 4 or divide both sides by 4, either way, and solve for y. So y is 9. And that's it for slope.